In another case of when parody becomes real life, a clip of South Park has gone viral. It's Eric Cartman. He's I guess, identifying as transgender to get away with going into the girls' bathroom, which is something that we used to joke about, but is now actually real life. Just watch how accurate this is.
Hey, Eric, I'm not suspended no more.
Good for you.
I think someone's in there.
No, God, no. Who's taking this?
Occupied.
I called dibs on stall 1 for all recess, Craig.
You can't call dibs on a toilet.
Son of a. Oh, no. No. I cannot go another lunch break without my toilet time.
Then don't eat 14 Eggo waffles for lunch, fat.
All right, that does it. I'm sick of this and I'm not taking it any longer. You all push me to this.
That's how to vote.
And there he goes into the girls' bathroom, for those who are listening on podcast, with a nice little bow.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to the potty.
This is the girls' bathroom.
All right, I need to tell you something, Wendy. I'm transginger.
What?
Did you notice the bow? I'm not comfortable with the sex I was assigned at birth, so I'm exercising my right to identify with the gender of my choice. Now get out of my way, I have to take a
Yep.
I don't even know what I can say after that. It's just, that was made in 2014. They made that as a joke. Now we're actually talking about people like Leah Thomas going into locker rooms with his ding-a-ling hanging out in front of all of these women who had no idea that he was going to be changing in front of them. And everyone's like, how dare you, bigot, actually bring that up? You sit there and you like it. This is scary.
How far we have
and South Park
accurate.
have predicted
the future of this nation.
Yeah.
Okay, including some not so good moments in 2009. Look how far we have fallen. I mean, I can't even. Again, as I feel the same way about this as I do about what just happened to Fetterman. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute misrepresentation of who we are truly as a society. And I think there's still good Americans left. Wherever you are, can the real Slim Shady stand up? Because we need some real people to stand up and just go, this is insanity. We're no longer going to tolerate that word. No toleration, no tolerate anymore. Done with this. Truth, line in the sand, take your crazy somewhere else.
It truly is just a snapshot of how crazy we have gone. And the truths of back then, that's not that long ago, 2014. But everyone just kind of agreed that, okay, these people were, transgender was just recently classified, probably still was probably at that point, if not, then right around then, as a mental disorder. Like, that's what it was. They weren't assigned into the LGBT, elemental P thing yet. They forced their way into it because they knew it was a very powerful lobby. They could get things changed for the entire country based off of a minority that had a mental disorder. And that's what it was. South Park also did something back then with Mr. Garrison, the teacher, where, did you see that one? Because it went viral a week or so ago.
He goes to get an abortion.
But yeah, and it showed how he was like, I don't have my period, so he's like, I must be pregnant, so I want to get an abortion. And they showed that, they both made fun of people that want on-demand abortion.
Yeah.
Like as if it doesn't mean anything. And also the stupidness of the trans
doctor was
lobby.
like, you can't have an abortion or be pregnant. You're a man.
And that wasn't crazy to say.
Right.
No. You wouldn't get canceled back then.
And mind you, who made it? People on the left, Hollywood.
Yeah.
This wasn't some far right, South Park, and these guys are not like far right wing. It was just sanity. We had sanity 8 years ago.
They have led on culture so much. I'm really concerned with them. I remember they did something they made fun of Al Gore, and they were making fun of his whole big thing about climate change back then, only he called it man, bear, pig. And he's like, I'm cereal, super cereal, man, bear, but he was talking about climate change. Like they felt, they were comfortable talking about that and making fun of it then. I think they reversed their opinion not too long ago on that, so they gave in. It's only a matter of time. The leftist lobby is so powerful. Even the people that believe sanely, they will force them eventually if they have an impact on culture. Culture is, I don't know, has that war been lost? I think it has, right?
Well, to your point, I want to bring one more story here into the equation. A Pennsylvania school district It's been revealed that they are requiring its staff to withhold information from parents about their child's gender identity, and they recommend that teachers speak privately with students who identify as transgender to find out how they would like to be addressed in communication with their parents. This is Lower Merion School District over in Pennsylvania. And I didn't realize this. You're talking about the LBGT LMNOP. There's a new one. It's TGD, that stands for Transgender and Gender Diverse. So they said that they need to ensure equity and non-discrimination for transgender and gender diverse TGD students. So they have a right to privacy too. Listen, when it comes to the left, your children have a right to privacy. They have a right to consent to sex. They have a right to consent to chop their breasts off. They have a right to consent to irreversible treatments that will harm them and confuse them and lead them more likely to be depressed or commit suicide. The left believes in your children's rights. Absolutely, yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Yep, and I also believe that your children has the right to completely abolish the Constitution and abandon sanity and give up individual think and buy into group think. And I also think that we should probably have communism, and here we go. And I'm telling you, it's up to the parent today. You better fortify your house. You better have some real conversations at the kitchen table and at the dinner table. You got to bring equilibrium back because they're not going to do it. Those days where you could trust the teacher that they have at least some sort of standard or moral code that you had, and the youth pastor and the pastor, no, now it's family by family, buddy. It's now we got to fortify.
Yeah. Jason, it's so hard for me to imagine that there are any doctors when I'm not a doctor, okay? Like I said, you all know what I went to school for, not a doctor. It really doesn't take a doctor to understand the psyche of a child. Now, I could cite some doctors who agree with me here, but the psyche of a child hiding something like that from their parent, how damaging, how horrible that is to do to a child.
Oh, of course. They know this. That's why they're slipping in other ways to deal with it and brainwash, like social emotional learning. They know that they have to get to the root causes of, really breaking a kid down, which even saying that is so disgusting. But that's how they think. I remember looking into this a little while back. There was some group that reported on they had like a conference call, like a Zoom call, and it was the school board and it was an elementary district or whatever, maybe like in Virginia. You probably saw this, but it was a group of them talking exactly about this. And the guy that was leading the conversation came over from a university. So they were talking about how do we hide this? Like they were talking about having different gender clothes in a closet that the kids can change into when they get there, and their parents don't ever have to find out, and they'll never reveal to the parents. They're talking about this in the open in this meeting. But the guy that was bringing this over drafted the standards from a university. So big difference there right off the bat is we're talking about adults.
Correct.
Adults not wanting to tell their parents that are probably paying the bills that they're doing these things. But now we're talking about 9, 10-year-olds. And so they're taking a policy that they patched together for adults. Now they're bringing it down onto kids. I mean, this is going to make me cuss. What else is next, for crying out loud?
Well, it's because the child doesn't matter. It's the child should fall in line with the sickness of the adult. The adult wants to have sex with the child, so the child shouldn't matter. What happened to you in boot camp? What did they do in boot camp?
They break you down to bring you back up.
Okay, because it's effective. It works. They're breaking children to build them their way.
Yeah.
If you like that clip, there is plenty more where that came from. Click the link in the description below to subscribe to the News and Why It Matters YouTube channel to watch the full episode.